Massive Portland fire leaves 100 jobless. It took 3 fire units and 5 water trucks to contain the enormous fire that left 3 commercial buildings in ruins while rendering hundreds of people jobless in Port Antonio, Portland yesterday. The fire started around 8 a.m. inside the Musgrave Market in the parish capital, Port Antonio, quickly spread throughout the market space along West Street, destroying in its path dozens of stalls containing ground provision, craft items, clothing, footwear, electrical appliances, and a variety of meats. Firefighters who arrived on the scene in quick time struggled to contain the raging inferno, which started to spread rapidly as wooden stalls, clothes, plastic containers, and footwear were quickly consumed, further fueling the blaze. Despite the efforts of 2 fire units from the Port Antonio Fire Station, an additional unit from Buff Bay, some 18 miles away, had to be called in to assist with fighting the fire, as it threatens 2 nearby buildings, Kamal Supermarket and Cambio, and Portland Jeweler Furniture and Appliance Store. It was a collaborative effort that took place during more than 6 hours of trying to contain the massive fire, said Port Antonio Mayor Paul Thompson. At least 5 water trucks, including one of the Portland Corporation, one each from the office of the Member of Parliament in the East and West Portland, and 3 privately owned water trucks assisted during the effort to contain the fire. The Musgrave Market suffered more than 75% in total, which is a massive loss. We now have to make a quick assessment on Monday to determine the extent of the damage caused by the fire, which from all indication is significant. In total, more than 100 people from the supermarket and appliance store are now out of a job, and this will have serious implications as it relates to their employment. This disaster has basically crippled the livelihood of many who might not be able to provide for their family, Thompson added. The firefighting effort was hampered by a shortage of water due to a scheduled water lock-off by the National Water Commission. Water was later restored to the Port Antonio area as the fire continued to rage. The entirety of Kamal Supermarket and its stocks was reduced to ash, while hundreds of Portlanders stood by watching in shock as one of their favorite shopping facilities was engulfed by flames, despite the efforts from firefighters and other volunteers to contain the blaze. It was nearby Portland's Jeweler Furniture and Appliance Store that caught fire next as a result of the blaze from the nearby Musgrave Market, resulting in its part board and concrete structure becoming engulfed. That fire would spread quickly to Kamal. It is almost adjoining concrete structure burning like paper. Although the operators of Portland Jeweler managed to salvage a few items, including stove and system box, fans, television set, radio, and wooden furniture, the loss was tremendous, and there are reports that a substantial amount of money had been left inside the store vault overnight by its owner. More than 150 persons, comprising craft vendor, butcher, clothes and footwear igglers, booksellers, fruits vendors, ground provision igglers, food stall operators, fish vendors, and herbal stalls operators have been affected directly or indirectly by this massive fire. The day was not without incident, as the police were forced to arrest at least 4 individuals for attempting to loot some of the salvage item. Even though others managed to grab food and flee, eluding the lawmen. Among the looters was a man seen by the Gleaner making a hasty retreat along the William Street carrying a smart TV set. The origin of the fire is not yet known, but up to 4:30 p.m. yesterday, firefighters were still trying to contain the blaze in a massive storeroom area at Kamal, which is located to the back of the building. They were also sifting through the rubble inside the supermarket and on the inside of the Portland Jewel Furniture and Appliance store. Firefighters have hinted that the damage caused by the fire to the three properties, Kamal, the Musgrave Market and Portland Jewelers, could run into billions of dollars. Well guys, that's it. Personally, this fire seems like a fire where man made, definitely, because I don't see how a fire fi just automatically light in a enclosed space. Kinda impossible. Unless you have some wire or grounds or something, then you could have said, yeah, maybe possible, but other than that, I don't see no other way. So no more than somebody don't get them pay and then say, you know what, I'm gonna burn down Mr. Chin blasted place. Cause money have to run and he end up burn down Mr. Chin place, Mr. Bob, Mr. Young and Mr. Ping place. So you never know say till I get this big. Or me can't even be wrong. But comment down below on why you think this fire started. Why you think the reason why this fire started. Remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Thank you for watching 44 Entertainment.